Hi everyone, welcome to day 1 of PySpark learning. We are going to make use of Databricks Community Edition to learn PySpark. So I have this day 0 video which will help you to how to create a free community edition in Databricks. And in today's session, we are going to learn how to launch a cluster in Databricks, how to create a notebook, and also running a very basic command in PySpark. So we'll move on to my Databricks. So Databricks. So I have already logged in. If you don't know how to log in, like this is community.cloud.com where you have to enter your email ID. From there you can directly like you will get an OTP in your mobile email and you would be able to make use of that to log in. So once you log in, you will see a page like this where you have new where you would be able to open the notepad and you will have other options like workspace, reasons and all. So catalog is where you would be storing your database files and other files which you would be uploading. You will be able to access from here. Okay, so let us go to the new workbook. So I have this notebook. You can give name here, notebook day 1. So here we have a drop down that would help you to choose the language which you want. You can choose Python, SQL, Scala or anything. So here we have Python. Here also you can change it. By default it's Python notebook. You can also do markdown. Markdown is like you can just kind of a text you wanted to print it along with the flow, right? When you separate it, you know, like okay, your business logic is starting, you will be able to use that markdown to write those kind of statements. So we also have this connect which you are seeing here. So when you write a query, right, if you have to execute that query, you need a cluster. So cluster is nothing but, for an ease of understanding, it is a server which is going to be dedicated for you to run that query. If you have to run a Python program, you need a machine to be running, right? Since it is in cloud, we have to provision a cloud environment to do that, or like compute to do that. So you can go to compute. From there I'm asking to create a new compute. So it will ask me like what Databricks runtime version. So this Databricks runtime version will choose, okay, what version of, you can see here, Scala 2.12 or Spark 3.32. I'm keeping the same. So which based on your compatibility, you would be able to choose that. Then this instance will have free 15 GB of memory as community edition user. Your computer will automatically terminate after idle period of 1 or 2 hours. So this is a free version, so you'll be getting 15 GB of memory and 2 core. So here there is the Spark configuration. You don't need to like make any changes. So we are using Python 3. Click on create compute. So we have started creating this cluster. So this will be creating a node. So let that be going. By the time, let us go back to the catalog. Let us see what do we have. Okay, everything which you have to use, you need to have your cluster running. So my cluster is getting ready, or the compute is getting ready. Let us come to this workspace. If you come to workspace, you can see all the notebook. I had notebook I was using previously, which like with the date you will be able to see that here. And you can open any previous notebook from here and you can start writing query. So I'm going to write a very basic Python code here, learning PySpark Taiwan, right? So you have to have this cluster connected. It's not ready yet, so we are waiting. Yes, now our cluster is ready. Let us click on, and you can see this green dot here. So you can choose that cluster. It's connected to DSA demo. this email IDs cluster. So I have written print. If I run this, it is waiting. Learning PySpark day 1. So this has executed a Python command very simply using this cluster. So now let us go to catalog. Previously it was showing an error here. Now you can see catalog default DB, but like what are the tables and everything, which you would be able to see it on the right side. So here we have only one default database. So we can create the table using create table function. So this is more about Databricks, but the major area which we will be covering in the upcoming days is this Spark window. So you can, like, if you are planning to learn PySpark, you have plenty of options. This is one of the easiest option available without having the configuration or everything. If you want, like, you can use a Jupyter notebook, and Google has Google Colab, or if you want, like, you can install a VS Code in your local machine and set up. But all those places we are going to set up Python, where you need to import the Spark library to do the PySpark. But here in this Databricks case, whatever we are writing, we will be able to use that Spark library. So what you, when you selected Python here, this is by default with coming with the Spark library. So that is the one benefit which you will get when you use the Databricks. And Databricks is one of the trending analytic platform today, so that, like, when you get familiar with this Databricks, that will be helping for you in future. And this is a community edition, so community edition comes with all these free things, but it is also coming with limitation. You will not be able to make use of, when you go to a paid or enterprise edition, you will be able to have option to connect to the S3 bucket or Azure that Azure sorry data lake, and all these things you would be able to connect and directly use that in your catalog, which options are not available here. But however, for our requirement of, like, making use of this PySpark learning, this platform is more than enough. Hope this is clear, and you can use any path, but the code which you will be learning in the upcoming days, you will be able to use it in any of this platform. Yeah. So that is all for today. There is not so much to cover, but please watch the day 0 video for installation. And this is just like getting familiar with, like, how you will create a cluster. You can run, and you will also be able to by default we can only do one cluster. Since it is a community edition, you can terminate it here, or as I have read it when we were doing the compute, it will be auto terminated after an idle time of a year, an hour or so. Okay, so you can terminate directly from here as well. Yeah, so that's all for today. So tomorrow onwards we will be going deep dive into the different commands and everything which we will be using in the PySpark. Thank you for watching.